Welcome to Bracket 3 of the 2014 Parkland Challenge. In our first match, Bloomington defeated Urbana University High 550 to 260. On the other side of the bracket, Rantoul received a bye, and they will take on Bloomington to determine who will be our Bracket 3 champion.
Matt Snyder, 11th grade.
Ben Thompson, 12th grade.
Allie Hastings, 9th grade. Amy Jo Graham, 12th grade.
I'm Earl, and I'm a senior.
I'm Alton, and I'm a junior.
I'm Sane, and I'm a junior.
I'm Liam, and I'm a junior.
I'm Nate, and I'm a junior.
Okay, it's a Bracket 3 championship between Bloomington and Rantoul. Let's get started. What did Barack Obama promise his daughters they could have once his 2008 presidential election campaign was over? Alton.
A puppy.
A dog, yes, a puppy dog. What small capital of a small state has a capitol building dating from 1792? Earl.
Providence.
Not Providence. You guys can confirm? Oh, no, did you say?
Dover?
Yes, Dover, Delaware was the answer we were looking for. Who wrote Forever, Super Fudge, and the Tales of the Fourth Grade Nothing? Amy Jo.
Judy Bloom.
Judy Bloom is right. What was the U.S. policy that restricted military personnel from discriminating? Alton.
It's like Don't Ask, Don't Tell.
Don't ask, don't tell. Gay or bisexual members. What is both the name of a rock band and the term for UFOs seen by the World War II pilots in Europe and the Pacific? Same.
Foo Fighters.
Foo Fighters is correct. What famous Cherokee Indian was known to the Americans? What famous Cherokee Indian was known to the Americans of his time as George Guess? Earl.
Tashmakosh.
No.
Did I say
Yes,
that right?
confirm.
Probably.
That's the concept.
Here.
Need an answer?
Sitting Bull.
No, sequoia was what we were looking for. Which phrase describes a feeling of fatigue that comes from traveling through several? Earl.
Jet lag.
Jet lag is correct. How many Big Ten universities are there in the state of Illinois? Earl.
1.
Incorrect. You guys can move forward.
I know. I hit it.
It's a 2. Yeah.
2.
2 is correct.
Yeah.
Northwestern and of course Illinois. What is the city in northeast Italy that is built on 100 islands? Earl.
Venice.
Venice is correct. Name 5 of the 9 rooms in the classic version of the game Clue. Alton.
The library, the conservatory, the kitchen, the... I don't have anything else.
Good try.
Okay, you guys can confirm we need 5 rooms.
I knew that Venice one from my stacking of Venice.
Yeah.
Okay, we need an answer here.
The library, the conservatorium, the dining room, the billiards room.
And need one more.
Library.
Okay, it's a ballroom, billiard room, cellar, conservatory, dining room, hall, kitchen, library, and lounge. Any one of those 5.
Swear.
What were the last names of the 2 astronomers who surveyed the Pennsylvania, Maryland boundaries? Liam.
Mason and Dixon.
Mason Dixon, yes. Mason Dixon line. The Strassi was the state security of which nation? Earl.
East Germany.
East Germany is correct. Which Serbian-American inventor did not receive full credit for his invention? Earl.
Tesla.
Tesla is right. What is the name of the dance usually associated with a chorus line that involves high kicking? Alton.
Can-can?
The can-can is right. Who followed Johnny Carson as host of The Tonight Show? Earl.
Leno.
Jay Leno, and then Conan O'Brien, then Jay Leno again, now Jimmy Fallon. What was the name given to the Hurricane Superstorm that hit the east coast of the United States? Liam.
Sandy.
Sandy is right, in 2012. What fast food restaurant did Ray Kroc found? Alton.
McDonald's.
McDonald's is right. San Francisco is noted for its cable cars, but what deep south city has the oldest continuously operating streetcars in the country? Alton.
New Orleans.
New Orleans, yes.
Good job.
It's 1835, as a matter of fact.
Makes sense.
What fall holiday was first celebrated in 1792? Amy Jo.
Thanksgiving.
No, not Thanksgiving.
Halloween would be my other one.
Let's go for it. Halloween.
No, Columbus Day is what we're doing.
1792.
92.
What organization began as the American Girls Guides in 1912? Alec,
Girl Scouts.
Girl Scouts. Right.
Yeah, makes sense.
The 10 highest mountains in the U.S. are in what western state? Same.
California.
No, not California.
Washington.
No, it's Alaska.
Oh, I was about to say that.
Alaska. Everybody forgets Alaska. It's time for this round's video question, which is for Bloomington.
Where's the
Hi, I'm Seth Mendelowitz, and I teach English and literature. In Shakespeare's Midsummer's Night's Dream, some good-hearted laboring men put on a play that comically breaks all the rules of good drama. They refer to the play as the most lamentable comedy and most cruel death of Pyramus and Thisbe. It seems that Shakespeare was poking fun at his own acting troupe because around the same time that he wrote this comedy, he wrote a famous tragedy that Pyramus and Thisbe seems to be a comical version of. What is the name of this famous Shakespeare tragedy?
So probably like Antony and Cleopatra or something like with two people. So I'm gonna go for it. Antony and Cleopatra.
The plot of Pyramus and Thisbe is similar to that of Shakespeare's Romeo and Juliet. In Shakespeare's comical version, the lovers are separated by a wall that gives a long speech to the audience announcing that it is a wall, and Thisbe fears that Pyramus has been killed by a lion, which has explained to his audience that they needn't fear because he's really only an actor pretending to be a lion. These and other such touches make for a hilarious send-up of the Romeo and Juliet plot.
Okay, let's get back to the regular question. What Hawaiian volcano first erupted in the 1970s and has done so regularly? Same.
Kilauea.
Kilauea, yes. What famous well did Edwin Drake drill in August 1859? That was the world's first oil well in Titusville, Pennsylvania. On December 21st, the Pilgrims landed at Plymouth Rock. In what year did this happen? Earl.
1540.
Not 1540, you guys can confirm. What year did the Pilgrims land at Plymouth Rock?
1609.
1609, no, 1620. 1620. What country provides Cuba with most of its new cars and computers in exchange for sugar? Earl.
China.
Not China.
Japan.
Japan is the correct answer. Good job. What author wrote the following works? The World According to Garp, The Hotel New Hampshire, and The Cider House Rules. The answer is that's John Irving. That's what we're looking for. Who wrote Fish and Visitors Smell in 3 Days? Benjamin Franklin is who wrote that.
Oh, he did come up.
There. What animal is believed to limit its breeding to Macquarie Island, the rocky crest of a submerged South Pacific mountain? Liam.
albatross?
Not the albatross. Need an answer?
Komodo dragons.
No, the royal penguin. That's what we're looking for. Who was the author of Mere Christianity? Alton.
C.S. Lewis.
C.S. Lewis is right. Fort Clatsop in Oregon reproduces the living quarters of what famous exploring duo? Earl.
Lewis and Clark.
Lewis and Clark is right. What European capital offers tours of catacombs containing 6 million? Alton.
Paris.
Paris is correct. Into what body of water did the Exxon Valdez run aground? Earl.
Cape William Sound.
Incorrect.
The Bering Strait.
The Bering Strait.
No, it's Prince William Sound.
Oh, okay. Can you just? Oh,
Because I know.
Who was the first woman to be a U.S. president's wife and the U.S. president's mother? Earl.
Bush.
Incorrect.
Adams.
Adams, Abigail Adams.
Oh, yeah.
What article of clothing were women required to wear on the beach at New Jersey's Atlantic City until 1907, along with their standard attire of a long bathing suit, bathing shoes, and straw hats? Alton.
Gloves.
Not gloves.
Sunglasses.
No, stockings is what we're looking for. Stockings and pantyhose. I'd almost rather not go swimming at that point. What is an oven used for burning, baking, and drying pottery? Sing.
A kiln.
A kiln is correct. What billion-dollar energy corporation collapsed after a 2002 financial scandal? Liam.
Enron.
Enron is correct. What do you call a word that is created by mixing up the letters of another word? Amy Jo.
Portmanteau.
No.
Just an anagram.
Yeah, it's
Anagram?
Anagram is correct. What ailment is also known as German measles? Alton.
Rubella?
Rubella is correct. That's the end of the first round. We'll be back with the lightning round right after this. Bloomington's off to another good start as they lead Rantoul 210-50 as we head to the lightning round. Let's get started. What band had an album that was white and called Earl?
Beatles.
The Beatles, called the White Album. What do we call the young of a deer? Earl.
Fawn.
A fawn or a calf, we would have accepted. Where was Custer's last stand? Alton.
Little Bighorn.
Little Bighorn is correct. What is the capital of Maine? Earl.
Augusta.
Augusta. What is the term for food that is prepared according to Jewish dietary laws? Same.
Kosher.
Kosher is correct. Which country is the second largest in the world? Earl.
Canada.
Canada. What landlocked state contains the largest saltwater body in the U.S.? Earl.
Utah.
Utah, the Great Salt Lake. What state has a country music standard of its state as its state song? Alec.
Tennessee.
Tennessee, the Tennessee Waltz. Who lost the very first Super Bowl? Earl.
Detroit Lions.
Not the Detroit Lions, it was the Kansas City Chiefs. Who authored the Pickwick Papers? Alton.
Dickens.
Dickens. In which country are the Olympic Mountains? Earl.
Greece.
Not Greece, the USA. What is the only novel to top the bestsellers list for 2 consecutive years? Ben.
The Bible.
No. Jonathan Livingston Seagull by Richard Bach in 72 and 73. Who invented the revolver? Liam.
Colt.
Samuel Colt.
Yeah.
In the fairy tale of the 3 Little Pigs, what were the 3 things their houses were made of? Amy Jo.
Bricks, straw, and sticks.
Sticks is correct. What Pennsylvania town was wiped out when the South Fork Dam broke? Same.
Johnstown.
Johnstown, the Johnstown flood. What sea mammal's oil was burned in colonial lamps? Liam.
Whale.
Whales. What the characters in the daily comic strip Shoe are what type of animals? Amy Jo.
Foxes.
Not foxes, they were birds, or they are birds. Which scientist discovered penicillin by studying mold? Liam.
Fleming.
Fleming, Alexander Fleming. What are Romeo and Juliet's family names? Ben.
Montague and Capulet.
That is correct. What popular gossip website was originally called page666.com? That was Perez Hilton.
Yeah, I wasn't sure something.
What character was the leader of the pickpockets in Oliver Twist? Amy Jo.
The Artful Dodger.
No, it was Fagin. What puffy-faced stand-up comic always complained he got no respect? Ben.
Rodney Dangerfield.
Rodney Dangerfield is correct. What offbeat singer married Miss Vicky on The Tonight Show on December 17th, 1969? It's a little before your time, probably Tiny Tim. That's what we're looking for. That's the end of our lightning round. A
I
pretty
forgot it
good
was
one.
lightning round.
We'll be back with the final round right after
Megan.
this.
Every student brings diversity of some kind to the classroom. Stephanie has been one of the most joy-filled, interesting students I've ever taught, and I know she's going to do great things based on her experience at Parkland.
He made the students feel like he was glad to be there. Parkland College really does give you the opportunity to help and give back. Parkland allows you to change your life. It gives you a path, and I really believe that.
Bloomington is still in the lead as we head into our final round. Let's see if the Eagles can fly back into the match. What do Tom Glavine, Greg Maddox, Randy Johnson, Earl?
Pitchers for the Chicago Cubs.
Incorrect. You guys can confer. What do Tom Glavine, Greg Maddox, Randy Johnson, and Roger Clemens have in common?
Pitchers?
You got to be more specific.
Left-handed pitchers.
No, the only 4 pitchers to win 300 games since 1990. The President's Lady had Charlton Heston playing what 19th century president from Tennessee who was nicknamed Old Hickory? Earl.
Andrew Jackson.
Andrew Jackson is correct. Brontosaurus is the obsolete genus name for which dinosaur? Ben.
Apatosaurus?
That is correct. Who wrote the novel Oil? Alton.
Upton Sinclair.
Upton Sinclair was based, the movie There Will Be Blood was based on that. What is the European Union equivalent for our 911 emergency number? Alton.
It's like 999.
Not correct. You guys can confirm.
No, I just read this on a cycling
199.
No, it's 112.
Oh, okay, maybe not.
Who was the second man to walk on the moon? Earl.
Buzz Aldrin.
Buzz Aldrin is correct. Who discovered King Tut's tomb? Nate.
It's like Carlson.
Not Carlson. You guys can confirm.
Charles.
No, you have the first part right. Carter.
Yeah.
Carlson. Carter.
I'm Lord.
What must a baseball pitcher do to throw an immaculate inning? Earl.
Throw 9 pitches to get 3 strikeouts.
That is correct. Norfolk, Virginia has an international festival honoring what lovely spring blooming shrub? Earl.
Cherry blossom.
Not the cherry blossom. You guys can confirm.
Cherry shrub. Cherry bush.
Need an answer?
Roses.
No, the azalea. That's what we're looking for. Which 2 gases are the main constituents of the Earth's atmosphere? Liam.
Nitrogen and oxygen.
Nitrogen and oxygen. The sunflower state has the sunflower as the state flower. Huh. Which plain state is it? Liam.
Iowa.
Not Iowa. Sunflower state.
I have no idea.
Kansas.
It is Kansas. Good job. Way to work through that. The world's largest stalagmite is found in cathedral caverns in what southern state? Amy Jo.
Mississippi.
Not Mississippi.
Tennessee.
Yeah,
Tennessee.
Alabama.
Oh.
That's what we're looking for. Who's the author of both the children's book, The Giving Tree, and the song, Allie?
Silverstein.
Shel Silverstein is correct. What is Patrick Henry's most famous quote? Earl.
Give me liberty or give me death.
Yes. He got liberty, by the way, if you were wondering.
Well,
What method of treatment is said to work with massage and pressure on the soles of the patient's feet? Nate.
I don't know, acupuncture.
Not acupuncture. Need an answer?
Hot coals.
No, reflexology was what we were looking
okay.
for. What 42-1 underdog KO'd Mike Tyson in Tokyo in 1990? James Douglas, or Buster Douglas, as you probably know him better. What metropolis would you enter if you cross the Delaware River via the Benjamin Franklin Bridge? Alton.
Washington, D.C.
Not Washington, D.C.
Baltimore.
Wait, oh, sorry.
So my teeth.
Need an answer?
Philadelphia.
Philadelphia is correct. What colored jacket does the winner of a U.S. Masters golf tournament? Ben.
Green.
Green jacket
yellow.
is correct. Name the computer database company started by Larry Ellison in 1977. Amy Jo.
IBM.
Not IBM.
ADM.
Sun, I think it's Sun.
Oh, yeah, Sun.
No, it's Oracle.
Yeah, okay, they bought him.
What arachnid attacks its prey by using the stinger at the end of its tail? Ben.
Scorpion.
The scorpion is correct. What was TV's longest running animal series, running from 54 to 1971? Animal series. Amy Jo.
Mr. Ed.
Not Mr. Ed.
I have no idea what this is. No answer.
You'll know when I say it. Lassie. What vegetable was a key ingredient in early birth control pills? Earl.
Carrot.
Not carrot. Earl? Need an answer?
Tomato.
No, it was yams. Yams. What Moroccan city shares its name with a hat? Earl.
Casablanca.
No, that's incorrect. Earl?
All right.
Fedora.
No, it's Fez.
Yeah.
The Casablanca hat, very popular in the 20th century.
I released them in
Who
'84.
turned
too.
27,000 acres of Florida swampland into one of the world's largest entertainment? Liam.
Walt Disney.
Walt Disney is correct. What composer has two of his songs used as state songs? Earl.
Copeland.
No, not Copeland.
Key.
No, Stephen Foster. He's my old Kentucky.
Oh yeah. He composed.
Name the musical to contain the song Old Man River. Amy Jo.
Into the Woods.
No.
The Music Man.
No, Showboat.
Yeah. See. Oh.
Showboat. It's time for this round's video question. This one goes to Rantoul.
I'm Seth Mendelowitz, and I teach English and literature at Parkland. In one of Shakespeare's comedies, drama arises between the seemingly perfect, love at first sight kind of couple, Hero and Claudio, when Claudio, the play's Prince Charming type figure, proves jealous and too quick to trust appearances. Now, in this same play, we have another pair who seem to hate each other. They are obsessive in their war of wits, trying perpetually to disparage one another. They will be manipulated into acknowledging their desires for one another. Who are these antagonists who will prove to be madly in love?
Need an answer?
No answer.
They are Beatrice and Benedict in Shakespeare's Much Ado About Nothing. If you haven't seen it, there is a highly entertaining 1993 movie version of the play directed by Kenneth Branagh with Denzel Washington, Emma Thompson, Keanu Reeves, and Michael Keaton.
Okay, let's go ahead and finish up the game. Hibbing, Minnesota calls itself the world's capital of what important mining ore? Ben.
Gold.
Not gold.
Sure.
Okay.
Bauxite.
No, it's iron ore.
Oh.
Iron ore.
Okay.
What two World War I enemies suffered 1 million casualties in the Battle of Verdun? Earl.
France and Germany.
France and Germany, yes. What comic strip did Jim Davis launch in 1978 because he thought the world needed a comic strip about cats? Ben.
Garfield.
Garfield, yes. You may have been wrong. What social media company held its initial public stock offering in May 2000? Amy Jo.
Facebook.
Facebook is correct. What Republican president was the subject of a controversial 1995 film directed by Oliver Stone? Amy Jo.
Nixon.
Nixon is correct. Richard Nixon. In what Shakespeare play does Act 2, Scene 2 take place in Capulet's Orchard? Alan.
Romeo and Juliet.
Yes. For Shakespeare today. What's the longest running show on television? Earl.
The Tonight Show.
Not The Tonight Show. Need an answer?
60 Minutes.
No, kind of close. Meet the Press.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, that makes sense.
The nation's tallest sand dunes are in what western state? Earl.
Nevada.
Not Nevada. Western state with sand dunes, the world's tallest, nation's tallest.
Arizona.
No, Colorado. Man of a Thousand Faces starred James Cagney as which best-known star of silent films? Ben.
Chaplin.
Not Chaplin.
He's definitely best on stars. Keaton?
No, Lon Chaney. Played all the horror people.
Oh.
What is the only U.S. state that grows coffee? Earl.
Hawaii.
Hawaii is the correct answer. North Carolina State coach Jim Valvano died of cancer. What is the name of the charitable foundation? Earl.
I'm going to ask for Wolfpack.
No. Okay, I'll finish the question for you guys. North Carolina State coach Jim Valvano died of cancer. What is the name of the charitable foundation founded in honor of him?
Yeah.
Valvano Fund.
No, it's the V Foundation. V Foundation. In 1860, what lithographer devised the checkered game of life for people to play? His name is practically synonymous with board games. Liam.
Milton Bradley.
Milton Bradley is correct. What Pacific state has a grape as its state flower? Liam.
Oregon.
Oregon is correct. That's the end of our game. We'll tally up the scores and be back to Nat's winner right after this.
Get the ball rolling to a new career with an Eastern Illinois University degree at Parkland College.
Parkland and Eastern really made it work for me.
Now I'm taking Eastern classes on Parkland's campus. I'm working on my bachelor's degree from Eastern without commuting.
Thanks to Parkland and Eastern, I'm reaching my goals.
For more on Eastern at Parkland, call 217-351-2543.
Okay, Bloomington defeats Rantoul 420 to 160. They will move on to the championship round to play the winner of Bracket 4.